3 signs that you're a gifted healer or therapist. The first one is that you're just a good listener. Now, this is a really good natural skill to have. And if you're a good listener, you've probably already received many compliments from friends or associates that you are a good listener and yet people find it easy to talk to you or easy to share with you. Interestingly, not many people are good listeners. And I think being a good listener is more of a natural talent than it is sort of one that you learn through academic pursuits. So while some people may be, qualified as a therapist or a healer, they may not be a good listener. So I think being a good listener is even more powerful than being qualified as a therapist or a healer. Number two is that you're just generally interested in the studies of psychology. Psychology you find interesting, you find it fascinating, you find even things like religion or philosophy also interesting, and the way that human beings just generally behave and interact. And I think with that natural interest, you start the skill of learning to self-observe. You're able to observe yourself, right? And you're kind of studying yourself. And you're able, through this process of self-observation and development in psychology, is that you're able to adjust yourself as you grow, as you learn. It's called like self-adjusting. And so a sign of a person who's good at this is that they tend to have many moments in their life where they have big changes and they adapt well. It means that you're able to adapt well. And I think it's Krishnamurti, he says, adaptability is a sign of intelligence. So people who are good at adapting to environments and adapting to other people and adapting to other cultures, generally it's a sign of maturity, and it's a good sign that you will be able to work with people, all different kinds of people, and all different situations. So that's number 2. Number 3 is kind of self-obvious, but I want to explain it a little bit more, is that you're just interested in helping people. You have a natural tendency to have empathy, sympathy for others. Though there's 2 kind of places it kind of splits up, I've noticed. One tends to be kind of the wounded healer kind of archetype, which means that through your own pain, you want to help others. And so sometimes this can actually be a bit harmful because you give up your own self-nourishment and you start giving up looking after yourself, and you start putting all the effort on other people. You're always trying to rescue everyone. Like you get into relationships with boyfriends or girlfriends or partners who are broken, and you sort of sacrifice your life in order to help fix them or heal them. So this is actually not a great space, and that's going to lead to burnout and a lot of dysfunction actually as a therapist or healer. So instead of going down that path, what I'd encourage you, or if you've already got this tendency, is more like you're really good at not putting up with people's crap. Basically, you're good at sensing your boundaries, what your values are, which is a very important process to get early, working out what you value in your life, and then making it clear to others when they overstep those value points, and just being able to communicate in a way that's direct, that's easy, to fortify those values. And this basically means that you're really good at not putting up with people's stuff. So as a therapist and a healer, you're putting yourself in a position where you're attracting or you're bringing potentially dysfunctional and out of balance, stressed people towards you, right? That's your job. So you've got to have a good sense of self, core, in order to stabilize and not be lost and get lost in other people's psychodrama, right? So this is the skill that's going to make you a good therapist or healer, is that you're really good at disconnecting at the end of the day. You're really good at looking after yourself, really good at establishing those boundaries so that you can maintain yourself. You don't burn out, and you can help people by not sacrificing yourself, right? So you learn to help people in a way that's self-nourishing, self-sustaining. So those are the 3 signs I would say is that you're going to be a good therapist and a good healer.